So I've been feeling like shit the last couple of days, and I went to bed after Shep show last night, and I woke up later because it was too fucking hot. So I put the fan on, and just couldn't sleep. So I put the TV on, and I think that movie it was called Mi- Miracles from Heaven. It had it was Jennifer Garner on there, and the the synopsis when I hit the Direct TV thing was said her daughter's got some. It's based on a true story apparently about her daughter has some incurable thing or something, and they're getting desperate trying to help the daughter and all this, and then the church people are being shitty to her and all of this. And I had debated to talk about this for a while because my best friend, he's a pastor, and he's always telling me stuff like this when I'm about to tell you, like in the church and stuff. And I don't understand why it's like this, you know? I really don't. So on the movie, Jennifer Garner, they show her in the church, and their pastor gets up and he's like trying to say like, oh, we should pray for her because she's really sick and all this stuff. And then there's these people in there, and I see this all the time. Like from what well, I shouldn't say see it. I hear it all the time from what my friend is telling me. And then I saw it with that thing on that other video with Trump in the church and all that, where there's these people in there who are just like mentally fucking ill or some shit. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, their whole thing in there. So, these three people in the church, they start heckling Jennifer Garner, and they're like, "Oh, you're just trying to use the church to make us pay for your daughter since you can't afford your bills and all this stuff." And it's like, "No, I just want you to pray for her and all that." And they're like, "Oh, well, maybe if you prayed hard enough, you wouldn't have all these problems." And it's just like, it's always this ridiculous thing where these people are like these, I don't know what you call them, like fucking zealots or something, or just it's not helping anybody. That's the best way to put it. Like for instance, the other day when I did that video where Trump's in that church, and that nutso lady is up there, and she's going on about trans crap and illegals, and we need to help them. And basically what she was saying was, don't take the illegals because God wants them to wash my dishes. That's basically what she was saying to Trump. And I'm just like, how is that being, uh, let, let, let alone a good Christian, but just a decent person to say stuff like that? Like, oh, God wants those illegals to wash my dishes. They're not meant to do anything in life because I'm better than them and all of this bullshit. And it's like, I don't know, man. And I watched that movie last night, and I'm just like, why are these people like this? Like, I don't understand this, man. Like, if I was to tell you, I should just really do a show with Mike where we go through all of this stuff, man, because I have heard just insane stuff with these people in there. And it's never ever to help the people in there. It's always about the pastor in there is, I'm your Messiah, and you know I'm your new God, and you don't need God and all this. And it's like, how is this helping people? Like, I don't isn't the point of the church to help the people? Like, I don't understand. So my friend has this uh friend who used to be a Christian, and now he's like this hardcore satanic guy, and trying to convince my friend, like, oh, well, you should put the Bible down and Satan isn't bad and all this. And I'm just like, what? This guy's telling him this stuff. And then he was basically trying to be like a Christian Eminem. And I guess that didn't work out. But he did get a 16,000 view video. But then he tries to rebrand. And the best way I can describe it is this woke gay thing where he's in some dumpster alley singing about heretics need to take over or something. It was just, he only got 200 likes on it or 200 views on it or something from 16. He had 16,000 and now he's at 200 and something views because he did this idiot rebrand. And now him and my friend are fighting all the time. And I have to listen to this about, oh, he's telling me about, uh, what was it? One of Satan's minions or something. Something about some guy with a goat head or something. And he's trying to explain to him that he's not that bad and he's misunderstood. And it's just like, these people get their minds warped by this shit, man. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but so anyways, on that movie, the girl, she actually dies, but she survives and she has a near death experience and they show her like in heaven and all this. And then she comes back and she's trying to tell the church people and all this, and they're just like, oh, heresy, how dare you, and all. And I'm like, so let me get this straight, that this girl actually dies. I mean, it's verified because at the end they show the actual people and the doctor. He's like, yep, here it is. She was dead for, I think she was dead for like almost 8 minutes or something. It's like, here's the autopsy thing and all this stuff. And so it's like we have absolute proof that the girl died. And then she's trying to tell the church people, but we have those three idiots in the church who are like, oh, heresy, and maybe your daughter wasn't that sick, and I knew you were trying to get money out of us and all this stuff. And it's like, what? I don't understand people like this, man. Like, it's just so fucked. It's just totally fucked. And then I see that thing with Trump or that a lady pastor. That's a thing in itself, let alone what she was saying up there. And it's like, are you serious with this? Like, you're gonna sit there instead of like, I don't know, man. Anyways, I was just ranting about this because that movie really annoyed me. It's like this girl freaking dies, and those people are just like, oh, you're just using us for money and all this stuff. And it's like, the girl is trying to like tell them like what heaven is like and all this, and they're just ignoring her. I'm just like, man, this is fucked. This is so fucked, man. Like, I mean, imagine that. You have somebody who has proof that they died, even a doctor at the end of the movie, the actual doctor, they showed the guy and all this. And it's like, your reaction is, instead of listening to her of what heaven is like, you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, heresy, and you're trying to get money from the church and all this. And it's like, I really think sometimes that churches should have their tax exemption removed. Like, for instance, that church that they showed Trump at with that idiot, like, that's not a pastor. Like, that's just somebody like at Berkeley giving a fascist lecture or some bullshit. Like, you don't go to church to hear that crap. It's like, I don't know. I just I don't understand this stuff, man. Anyways, maybe I'll do that with Mike sometime because I mean seriously, like the stuff that I've heard from him over the years about these people, and it's always the preacher or whatever. Every time they always have like some ego thing. That's every time. I mean, I just wait to hear because he tells me, "Oh, I'm gonna go over here and preach at this." And okay, okay, here we go. So he goes over there and starts telling me, "Oh, they're doing this," and I'm just like, I don't know. All I know is it's never to help the people from what I see. It's always this negative thing, and it's just like I don't know, man. Then, like I said, then you got his friend that got I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden he's like this hardcore Satanist guy and all this, and he's trying to tell him to he should he should not hate Satan, and it's just all of this crazy fucking bullshit, man. Why these people let their lives get like caught up and obsessed with this, and I don't know. Anyways, I think that movie is called Miracles from Heaven. It's got Jennifer Garner on there, and that's basically the movie. Is like she's trying to save her daughter, and these people in the church are just being negative, and then like I said, imagine that your daughter actually dies, and then she comes back, and even the doctor acknowledges it, but those people are like, "Oh, you're trying to get our money and all this." It's like I would love to hear from somebody like that actually died and went there and has proof, man. I'd be like, okay, tell me what happened to you and all this. No, they don't want to hear that. It's like, oh, you're using us and we're trying to take our money and all. It's like, you can't take money to heaven, you idiots. What are you gonna do with your money anyway? It's just always these pores in there that are just grasping them on, trying to grift. It's just so stupid. Anyways, I'm sorry if I offended people with this. I just had to rant about this because that movie, I'm just so tired of this. Like, why is it they can't show the people in there in the church doing good stuff ever? It's always, oh, they're trying to get our money, and oh, the pastor wants to tell you about trans people and all this crap, and it's I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.